This video is for Courtney, Henning, Novak. Wait a second, I'm going to say something in Portuguese. Peço licença para vocês que eu vou falar inglês nesse vídeo, porque é para Courtney, Henning, Novak, aquela a gringa que se apaixonou pelo Machado de Assis, fez se bombarem as vendas e agora está apaixonada pela Clarice Lispector. Eu vou ler para ela uma crônica que saiu no Jornal do Brasil da Clarice Lispector. So this is for you. This is from Jornal do Brasil, where Clarice Lispector published from 1967 to 73 every Saturday a chronicle. Let me show you. So here you have it. I'm looking at the archives for Jornal do Brasil. It's June 4th, 1970, when this chronicle was published. And I'm going to do a quick translation of it live here for you. I will never forget my distressing and dramatic contact with eternity. When I was very young, I hadn't tasted bubble gums, and even in Recife, where I lived, there was little talk of them. I didn't even know what kind of candy or sweets they were. And the money that I had wasn't enough to buy them anyway. With the same money, I would have made a profit on I don't know how many candies. In the end, my sister got some money together, bought some of this so-called bubble gum as we left home for school. Then she explained it to me. Be careful not to lose it, because this bubble gum never runs out. It lasts a lifetime. How it cannot run out? I stopped for a moment in the street, perplexed. It never ends, that's all, she said. I was dumbfounded. I seem to have been transported to the realm of stories about princes and fairies. I picked up the little pink tablet that represented that elixir of long-lasting pleasure. I examined it, almost unable to believe in the miracle. I, like other children, would sometimes take a whole candy out of my mouth to suck it on later, just to make it last longer. And here I was, with that pink, innocent-looking thing, making possible the impossible world I had already begun to realize. Gently, I ended up putting the so-called gum in my mouth. What do I do now? I asked, so as not to get the ritual wrong. Well, now suck on the gum and get a taste for its sweetness. And only after the taste has passed will you start to chew on it. And then chew it all your life. Unless you lose it. I've already lost several, said my sister. Eternally? Lose it eternally? Never. I would lose eternity. The sweetness of the gum was nice. I couldn't say it was great. And, still perplexed, we made our way to school. No more candy. Now what? Well, now chew it forever. What do you mean it's not sweet anymore? I got scared. I couldn't say why. I started chewing, and soon I had in my mouth that rubbery thing that tasted like nothing. I chewed and chewed, but I felt guilty. I don't really like that taste, and the advantage of being an eternal candy filled me with a kind of fear, as one has when faced with the idea of eternity, of infinity. I didn't want to confess that I was no match for eternity, that it only gave me grief, actually. Meanwhile, I just chewed obediently, without stopping, until I couldn't stand it any longer, and crossing the school gate, I managed to drop the chewed gum on the sandy ground. Look what happened to me, I said in fake amazement and sadness. Now I can't chew anymore. All the candy is gone. I've already told you, my sister repeated, that it never runs out. But sometimes you lose it. Even at night we can chew it, but in order not to swallow it when we are asleep, we nail the gum to the bed. Don't be sad. One day I'll give you another and you won't miss it. I was ashamed of my sister's kindness, ashamed of the lie I had preached by saying that the gum had fallen out of my mouth by accident. But I was relieved, without the weight of eternity on me. Eternity is too much for me.